All right. Ready then?
Yep.
I'm ready.
All right. So I'm going to do the theme song in 3, 2, 1. Had to have high hopes for a living. Shooting for the stars, but I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a dime, but I always had a vision. Always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living. Shooting for the stars, but I couldn't make a feeling. What is it going to be a 1 in a million? Always had high hopes.
All right, can we play the real theme song?
Damn it. You bastard. I was really hoping you'd just go straight into the intro.
This isn't happening. Everyone look away, please. Nothing to see here.
You can't break those cuffs.
Make him away, Toy.
Welcome to Thought Cops, the only podcast where every week we police the mean streets of the internet because, hey, somebody's got to do it. And then we let you be the judge, we let you be the jury, we let you be the executioner too in the court of public opinion, coming to you live from Neo Chicago. I am Officer Kevin.
And once again, I am Grand Tara of the Mooney Suzuki clan, the 69th Cop Kage of the village hidden in the thoughts.
I was wondering if you're going to commit to this again. Yeah.
Wrong think no jutsu.
Oh my god. Oh god.
See, the funny part is how cringy the phrase "wrong think" is.
I know, and I'm just. I'm gonna let you do your thing, man. It's interesting to watch. So
Twitter no jutsu.
Let's give a quick thank you to our guest from last week, Aaron Klopfer. Thank you, Aaron. Always a blast.
Clap for Klopper. Clap for Klopfer.
Claps for Klopfer.
Claps for Klopfler.
And we got a returning champ to the Thought Cops canon. Back again, once more.
It's about time, too.
It's about time, too. We got Ari Grabb. What's up, Ari?
Hello, it's me. I'm back. Hi. Hello.
How are you, man? How the hell are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm beat, but I'm good.
Beat, but you're good.
Yeah.
I saw you recently, man. I know we'll get into that a little bit here, but I got to visit you in sunny Los Angeles.
Yeah, we had Pokey. It was nice.
It was nice.
Pokey, like the monster game, Pokemon.
We ate monsters for lunch. Yeah, it was
Sounds delicious.
There's 150 fish to eat.
Gotta consume all of them. Consume content.
Hell yeah.
Ask no questions. So anyway, Ari, you've been a busy guy since we last had you on the show. You've been plugging away at Bento Banana. Great.
That's
original
right.
Animated series. You got that on your YouTube channel.
Please watch it.
Yeah, is it A Grabb or Ari Grabb?
My YouTube is just my name, Ari Grabb.
Ari Grabb, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, subscribe to Ari on YouTube for Bento Banana. The third exciting installment of Bento Banana is coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
And we can say now that it features a voice of a very close friend of the show, Asterios Kokonos, will be playing the villain in Bento Banana 3.
A ninja radish by the name of Radishida.
Which I am excited for, man. I would love to see him slide into the role of a villain. I think he
kills
plays a great deal. Yeah.
He kills it. And he was so fun to direct. I was like, oh, this guy has acting chops. Like he's not just the guy who's like, I make comedy, I do voices. Like he like very much took direction. He would not want to move on until he knew I was happy. Like he was a gift.
That's great, man. I know the first 2 episodes are out now. They're great. Check them out. Get excited for that next one.
Mm-hmm. I'm working hard on it.
Yeah, man. You've also been working hard on a new gig you got.
That's
You've
right.
been an animator on Rick and Morty, the latest season.
Yep. Season 4, baby. Today was actually my last day for a little while. I'm on hiatus now.
Okay.
I've been there for a good, 5 or 6 months, and man, it was a lot, but it was awesome.
I know, and when I was visiting you, you were kind enough to give me a brief tour of the factory where they make the cartoons walk around and move around and say all kinds of funny stuff.
Yep, so you know how easy it is.
Yeah, let me just say, I know I can't get into specifics, but I just want to say that it looked extremely easy and simple.
I could do this.
Yeah, no, for real though, I was blown away by the attention to detail you guys all have, and just all the moving parts that come together. It was just honestly, it was very inspiring. I left there being like, damn, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. And I've been like a lot of people, a fan of the show from the beginning. So this was I came in a fan of the show.
Yeah,
and I was nervous. I'm like, oh, can I wear my Rick and Morty shirts or like be like a nerd? And like that ended immediately because everyone there is always wearing Rick and Morty shirts. So I was like, okay, it's cool.
That's cool.
Uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At this point, you don't wear one. It's going to be an issue. Better not be wearing you better not be wearing Family Guy when you. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if there's a rivalry there. I don't want. Yeah.
I've never seen any. I've never heard anyone wear or seen anyone wear any Family Guy merchandise. So I can't speak to that.
Family Guy seems to be like the exact like the upside down polar opposite of Rick and Morty.
I would say so. Yeah.
It's like the dark side of Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty is the dark side of Family Guy. It seems like
heaven and hell, maybe.
Yeah.
So, one is very concerned with storyline and character development, and
the other is Rick and Morty.
Yeah. It's great. I remember like before I went on to the show and I worked at, other smaller studios, I think I always had maybe this like subconscious fear or assumption that people who work there were like, we're in the cool club, like we're on the hit show, we work on Rick and Morty. And having been there, that is not the case. Everyone there is a incredibly awesome, humble nerd who, and I feel like having like a lot of personal identity and ego around the show and you is kind of frowned upon there. Like
I could see that, yeah.
Yeah, people are really cool about, like I remember I got a cat recently and I was like, I don't think I have a name for it. And I was like, what if I pick like a Rick and Morty name? And my friend Kendra was just like, don't do that. Like, have your own identity outside the show. And I was like, yeah, good call.
So how is Mr. Pee Pee Poo Poo Head nowadays?
She's great and says so many funny catchphrases.
Awesome.
Got to teach them early. So, I mean, yeah, I know there's like, I'm trying to think what I can ask you about the whole process.
Just ask.
What's Rick like in person?
Yeah, what's he like? He was like, I was going to meet him, but he's on lunch, so I couldn't.
Do you mean Dan or Justin?
Oh, the character.
Because he's both. He's half of each of them. I've come to learn.
Huh?
Yeah, I always kind of got that impression. I know people were like, he sounds like Dan Harmon, but it's Justin Roiland doing the voice.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that's the inspiration. I mean, I guess like Doc Brown from
Yeah, that too, of course. Yeah,
but
personality wise, sort of.
I mean, I remember like I was once like given like reference footage of Dan acting out a scene of Rick for me to use.
Okay.
It was in the first episode that aired when Rick is like all pouty and he's just like, Morty, would you please come with me, like in front of Beth, like giving like a whole like kind of stubborn dog and pony show. Dan was, I think, very specific about what he wanted there, and so he like someone just filmed him with a phone, and I used that as like reference, and I was like, oh yeah, like there he is, there's Rick. And there's like a lot of times where Dan will do like a temp voice before Justin will come in, so hearing him like sort of read off the initial writings, I'm like, oh yeah, like there is that piece of Dan in there. But then hearing Justin bring his own like goofiness to it, I'm like, and there's the other half of it. There's like the funny, like wacky side of Rick. So he feels like both of them.
Yeah, I think, I know you were telling me like they're not, they're kind of in and out of the office. I was also going to ask you, what is the relationship like from the animation team to the writing team? Like, are you guys like in close in contact with like a certain gag should end?
Has to look a certain way.
Yeah, like should the like I feel like there's a lot of visual punchlines and stuff like that.
I can't say I'm close with the writers outside of seeing them in the kitchen and having that sweet water cooler talk about whatever was on TV lately.
Oh yeah,
but
you see that new Rick and Morty last night?
I think it's
stuff.
I think it's more the directors who would sort of be about punching up those jokes. The writers do like rewrite things though, and want to and so there's a lot of back and forth. But I wouldn't say that I'm personally talking to the writers all that much, unless we're talking about their dog or something. Yeah, no, I just was curious because like I'm someone who's more into and attempting to get into the writing side of this sort of thing, and watching you kind of showing me different drafts of how certain scenes would play out. Like if I was writing something like that, I think that would be an important detail. And I think there's a lot of like comedic timing that comes in turn with animation and just how things look. And there is one thing, one thing you showed me in particular that stuck out to my head. And I won't go into specifics too much, but where a character was bleeding, and originally I think the character's blood splurted out of them, like splashed out of them. But you thought it would be funnier if the blood just dropped out of them. And I was like, that's really, like, I agree. Like, that is funnier, like, because it's just less expected. And I would also have to imagine that when writing a scene like that, like, obviously directing a scene like that too, that's a crucial detail, is because, like, that would be, like, the tag or the punchline on a funny scene, Yeah, there are so many people who are responsible for asking for that to happen or directing for, like, there are several directors and an editor and 2 creators and of course all the producers at Adult Swim who all look at this thing and give their take on it. And so, there are so many people like trying to get this thing to be as perfect as possible, essentially. So like everything ends up morphing and changing so much on this show, more than I think I've seen on any other show I've been on. Yeah, I think last time you were on, you were working on Hot Streets on Adult Swim. Yeah, and that was a lot more, I think, conventional. Things came back from overseas, punched it up. It was pretty close to the animatic. Not a whole lot of like new audio was ever recorded or anything. And on this show, sometimes, man, they're like, nah, these jokes can be way funnier. Let's make a different joke. Sometimes it's a whole different, like we need to make this emotional arc pay off better for this character. That happens sometimes even. Sure.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, how often do you have to do those like reshoot, rewrite? Because I would imagine, in the world of like having to create something like that, where you have to do all these animations and stuff like that. I mean, you compare that to a human being in front of a camera and like sort of the flexibility with that. And it's like, no, you have to create all this stuff over and over again. Like, how often does that happen? And how long does that take as a part of the process?
On this show? Yeah. I mean, a lot. I mean, you might have noticed the show has kind of a reputation for taking a while to make.
True. Yeah, a lot of gaps.
Point,
A lot of gaps between the seasons.
Yeah, I mean, there's, a lot of stuff that doesn't quite get past the cutting room floor. That's like, it's great stuff. There's a lot of like designs that have been saved because they're just like, oh, this is really cool. It's not what we need though for this, but let's hold on to it in case we do need it. That's, that kind of stuff happens. A lot of animation that I've done didn't make it. Things got changed.
I mean, they say you just should never get like too attached to, whatever the phrase is, like kill your darlings or whatever. So it's like, I think that the idea that you can at least be able to consistently put out a good product at the request of the people you work with is a great sign.
Yeah.
Yeah. I try to go into it with the idea that like, hey, I'm getting paid fairly to work on my favorite show and like just to do the craft that I wanted to do. So whether or not whatever I animate is what makes it into the show, like that's not what matters. What matters is just me being concentrated and doing my best and just kind of providing what they need at the moment.
Yeah.
One of the guys you introduced me to was working on the animatics for the show, and I remember he was animating a scene where he's like, yeah, there's like this alien, he only appears in one scene, but his job for the day was just basically drafting up like death animations for this character where he's like, yeah, they're not going to come back, or this is like a kind of a one-off thing. But just the idea that he's like, I want to make sure this looks good. I want to make sure this plays out the way that I want it to play out. Where it was like, yeah, each creature is so unique and different that it's got to have a different way that it looks when it dies.
You just don't name them. That's what I've heard is you don't don't give it a name. Don't get too attached.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a great thing. This isn't my job, but I think this is really cool. In the design department, there's a thing called special poses where, you know, if a character is maybe in a weird angle or has a crazy death or just something really kind of particular or complicated or crazy about them, the design team will draw it for the animation team to reference when they animate. So you'll see some just awesome artwork in the studio of just like characters' faces blowing up, shooting cool lasers, or
I didn't know
really cool poses. I mean, I don't have one of the art books, but like I want to get one because there's some just great art coming out of there.
Yeah, for sure. I even know I didn't get to see it myself, but you guys have like a video game division there, like Squanch Tendo.
Yeah, I think it's just called Squanch Games.
Squanch Games, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not like affiliated with them. I mean, I'm friends with the manager there, but you know, I don't do anything for them. I'm just like, games? That's crazy. You guys make games? That's how?
It's magic, man. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, what you do is magic. I was watching you just, you know, work the puppet tools and everything else.
Magic Man is Adventure Time.
Wrong show.
Don't you dare say I use the puppet tool. That's slander. I do not use the puppet tool.
Puppet tool? I don't even know what the hell that is.
Puppet tool, hardly know her. But yeah, it was a great tour, man. It was very inspiring, and I appreciate you giving that to me.
Oh, happy to.
Moving on to a little bit of our own show news, a little bit of our own housekeeping. We got a special announcement.
Tell me more.
Live shows are coming back, baby. That's right. Starting in January, we have some live show Thought Cops come out. If you're in Chicago, or if you're not in Chicago, you better come out here and see one.
Nothing set in stone yet, but it'll be.
We don't have an exact date set, but they will starting in January. So 2020, baby. We're going to be hitting the stage a lot more Thought Cops live, more video content, more episodes, more everything. 2020 is going to be our year, baby. That was the least enchanted. Like
I was going to raise my arm up and do the Jerry thing, but
and you wouldn't even do that.
I wouldn't even.
Don't you guys want to see that live? That man just grunting like that on a stage with a big bright light on him.
I'm sure he would if it wasn't just me looking at him right now. You know?
I'm in shorts and a sweatshirt right now. I don't care what I look like.
Paint the scene.
Yeah.
I also got a hat on.
That's right.
I haven't shaved in a while.
So yeah, we'll keep an eye out.
Got my gun on me.
We're gulp. We'll be updating you guys as soon as we can. In the very near future, we'll be having ticket links and everything.
Keep your eyeballs peeled.
Yeah, keep your eyeballs peeled. Keep your damn ears open, and say something if you want to come.
If you see something, say something.
If you see a Thought Cop show, better show up.
Why do we say keep our eyes peeled? That's a gross image to me of a peeled eye.
Yeah, it reminds me of one of my friends got LASIK, and he's like, yeah, they don't put you under, and they just kind of peel your eye with a laser, and it smells like burning hair.
Yeah, I've also heard that.
I'm like, oh, that sounds awful.
Speaking of things burning, we also recorded a new episode of Fire Bros today.
Transition was fire.
Thank you. We've been practicing those.
Yeah, we're trying.
Yeah, so that should be out sometime around the time that this is out. I know we have a holiday coming up.
We have a new holiday coming out?
Yeah.
Thoughtsgiving?
I fucking hope so. Thoughtsgiving, yes.
Yeah.
Let's use that as a segue to go into 2 Minutes of Hate.
Okay, yeah, 2 Minutes of Hate, that very favorite, very famous segment of the show.
For the sake of segues, let me go first this time.
Okay, but just for anyone who hasn't listened to the show before, this is where we like to blanket punish any of these bad ne'er-do-wells who like to annoy us. They get under our skin on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Reddit, on Pinterest.
They're all bad.
On Newgrounds.
Get out of here.
On MySpace.
We don't want you.
Beat it.
Out. Yeah, speaking of inventing holidays, you all gonna celebrate Friendsgiving this year?
Actually, yes. I was gonna invite you, but
Get
I
out.
don't know.
Get out.
I don't know, man. I was gonna
Get the fuck out of my apartment.
What do you have against Friendsgiving?
Ari, do you do Friendsgiving?
Oh, I have family in town, so I don't really feel a need to, but I have nothing against it.
Have you like gone to a
been to
gathering?
one. Yeah, I've been to one.
And have you called it Friendsgiving? Have you said, "Oh, I've got a Friendsgiving that I'm going
Actually,
to"?
said friend calls it Baysgiving.
Oh God, this doesn't make it better for me. This makes it
It's harder
so
for
much worse.
harder for you than it is for him.
It is. So I don't have an issue with someone being like, "Hey, what are you going to do for Thanksgiving?" I'm going to go by my family's this year. And someone goes, "Oh, I'm going to go by, I got some friends. We're going to do Thanksgiving over at my friend's house." I do have an issue with people saying, "I'm going to have a Friendsgiving."
Okay, I thought
I'm going to have a Friendsgiving. Me and a couple friends are going to have a Friendsgiving. It's going to be a potluck. I don't care. You're not interesting because you invented a word that doesn't make sense. It's not called families giving. And you're like, "Well, I'm not going to my families. I'm going to my friends. So therefore it should be called something different."
okay, that's a very good point.
It's called Thanksgiving. It's its own holiday with its own word. You don't have Friendsmas. That's not a holiday.
You don't have Friendsica.
You don't have Friendsica. You don't have Freester. Those aren't holidays. Those aren't words. They don't make sense.
Actually, Friendster was a website.
Get out.
Right. You know what? You started this off, and I was like, "Oh God, this guy hates fun." But
I do.
You're starting to sell me a little.
Some words don't need to be
Uttered.
pushed together and uttered. Some portmanteaus don't need to be mantoed.
I mean, my concern is someone just not going to understand. If you're like, "All right, let's act this out. Invite me to your Thanksgiving."
Do you want to come over for Thanksgiving?
Well, I'm not in your family.
I don't care. Come over.
Well, is it gonna be you and your family?
It's going to be some people. Just show up.
Who are the people?
I don't think you understand how I talk to people in normal life. This is the best it gets.
Yeah.
He's not lying.
Actually, I feel like this is now making more sense. Why this is a problem for you?
Yeah, he's a Grinch.
Never give in, never surrender. I am the Grinch, yes.
Whatever the Thanksgiving Grinch is called. The Grant.
The Grinch.
You're a,
Can't wait for the new Twitter profile to consume my personality.
At least you'll stop
Grinch.
doing that fucking Grant Arum cop cock thing.
I love that. I love it.
He did it last episode too. It is funny. I'm just wondering, like, is it going to be like 20 episodes? I'm thinking, like, I'm future proofing. I'm like, are we going to be doing this for like 20 episodes?
I'm gonna buy that headband with the Adidas logo on it.
no. Actually, that would rule. I'm not going to lie. That would rule.
All right, so I have a punishment for friends for people who utter the phrase for people who have the audacity to utter the phrase Friendsgiving. Your Facebook profile, all your friends delete you.
Oh,
You have no more Facebook
Oh!
friends. You have no more social capital with which to spend.
Damn.
No.
That is
I'm thankful for my friends, I guess.
Well, don't use that word. You won't.
I didn't
have it
actually.
happen.
No, I was. Well, you're still invited, but there is a get
I'm going to
together.
be out of town. but
It's
thank
it's
you.
after Thanksgiving. I think you'll be back by
Well,
then.
that's not Thanksgiving then. That's a different holiday.
It was described as a post Thanksgiving friends get together.
Fine.
Is
Perfectly.
that good enough for you?
That is good enough for me.
Okay.
Yes. That hit the bar.
There'll be free food. Just come. Anyway, Ari, did you have 2 minutes of hate? Anything you got off the top of your head immediately?
Yeah, sure. I'm going to keep it really on theme with what I came in with, which is when I go on Instagram and Facebook, because now there's so much Rick and Morty in my life, I'm of course hit with targeted ads for Rick and Morty stuff. And it's all like obviously non-official, just like really crappy, cheap merchandise of like this like bottom of the barrel ideas and bad art of Rick and Morty that I constantly get advertised.
Is it like one of those like always trust a Rick who was born in October?
Here's my least favorite one, and it was okay. So it's a shirt of on the top. It's Rick and Morty sitting in chairs, a la that one shot from Breaking Bad. On the bottom of the shirt, it's Walter White and Jesse in the same pose, but like live action, real Walter White and Jesse. So these very two clashing styles of these two different shows. And then holding the shirt is Aaron Paul.
Oh, fuck. I got that too.
Yeah, I was like, Aaron Paul does not endorse this shit. How dare you imply he does?
I was convinced that was Photoshop, and I actually spent like 5 minutes zooming in on it.
I mean, I don't know. It must be photoshopped. There's no way that's official on anyone's part.
It looked kind of real though. That was a sad thing. I was like,
I mean, it's a real picture of Aaron Paul. It's just he's not actually holding that shirt.
I don't know, man. He could be.
He's either holding a different shirt or it's just some other arm. It's like it's not. Photoshop is not that hard of an application, and we can go very far with it. We've done more impressive things. Sure, says me, and I'm pretty great.
Real quick, Nico in the chat says people who make Rick Sanchez art, but with XXX tenation hair, smoking a blunt, wearing Supremes, are the most powerful people. So these are the people who are making these bootleg merchandises that are being targeted to you.
Yeah,
just Rick with fucking purple drink. With Bart Simpson.
I'm trying to find the... Oh, yeah, there it is. I don't think I have that kind of power, Nico. He just asked me. He said, I need to slip something like that in the show. I feel like between, the creators and the producers and the directors, someone's going to catch it. Someone's going to be like, wait, is Rick's hair really off model? And is he always smoking that blunt? So,
just one frame. That's all you need. Just one frame. Yeah, like slip it in there.
Like back in the early '90s, they should have had like a Rasta Bart Simpson just in there for one quick scene.
Yeah,
that's it. It's the same equivalent, like Rasta, like those like Rastafari, like Bart Simpson like T-shirts. Then you have Rick Sanchez with a big ass blunt and rainbow hair.
You know who does that a lot is Mel Gibson. Like, will always do a single frame of some fucking weird, crazy ass thing, like in a trailer or in one of his movies. Like, have you seen the thing where in the trailer for Apocalypto, there's one frame of him with all of the indigenous people, and he's just like smoking a cigar? Have you seen that? No. This is like some fucking serious Mel Gibson lore. There's another one for Passion of the Christ where like Jesus is doing something fucking weird. I can't
smoking
remember.
A cigar on the cross.
Smoking a cigar on the cross, and Mel Gibson is denying the Holocaust. Like that level of like he always slips one frame of him doing some fucking insane shit into all of his stuff.
Well, so it's on brand.
Yeah, go search it.
Well, I guess to be more like Mel Gibson, I guess I'll give it a shot.
Yeah. So yeah, you could. So you're getting a lot of these weirdo Rick and Morty ads, basically.
Yeah, and it's just like, I mean. Even if I didn't work on the show, that would be that just is just like inauthentic enough and annoying enough. I don't want to have to look at it. But I guess also working on it too, it's like, hey, stop like watering down the quality of the product with this shit.
Yeah, really totally.
That, but it feels like the experience gets a little bit like, oh, we have to look at this stuff now too, and like a lot of its money comes from merchandise, and when this other like these people put out this like lame product that people are buying instead of the actual licensed product, I mean that's potentially money to make the show better that they're taking.
That's true. Well, I know like the Simpsons example, I know Matt Groening and the crew used to collect all of the bootleg Simpsons, especially all of the bootleg Bart Simpson like T-shirts they could find, and they had in their office just a big wall of bootleg Barts.
That's pretty cool. There's a common thing that I come across, or rather I get sent pictures of, which is that a lot of people like to make bong pieces of Rick and Morty.
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
understandable.
I've seen like
I feel like I've seen that a lot.
I feel like I was at a party once and somebody pulled out a pickle Rick pipe.
Nice.
And I was like, I don't think you bought that on adultswim.com.
Unfortunately not.
Yeah. So what's your punishment for these
Ne'er-do-wells.
ne'er-do-wells? Yeah.
Oh man. They have to wear their own products.
It's like I do wonder that about these people. Is it like, are they just pandering to a certain demographic that thinks that they're going to wear this? Or do they think that this is actually like cool?
I don't think so. I think they're pandering. I think they have to wear it, and then I think that we staple it to them, and they can't take it off.
That's fair.
I think the people who make them aren't like creatives. I think they're people who hire a graphic artist. It's like, could you put Walter White and Rick on a shirt?
Yeah. Because you'll click some of those links and you'll see some of their stores, and it's just like a bunch of bootleg merchandise from a bunch of different properties, and none of it's good.
Yeah.
So make them wear their own crappy clothes, and only that.
Yeah, only that. Good. Have fun at your daughter's wedding, jackass.
Have fun making a daughter wearing that.
Have fun making a daughter and showing up to a wedding.
That phrase alone is very funny. Have fun making a daughter and showing up to her wedding. Anyway, I got a 2 minutes of hate.
Yeah.
If you believe this or not. So this is hit. I'm going to admit it off. I'm going to come out in front of this.
Hitler?
No, this is hypocritical because this is something I did this week because I was admittedly kind of pandering. It's
okay when we do it.
Okay, fair enough. This is gonna tell my kids this was blank. Have you seen this one, Ari? It's mostly on Twitter. I've seen it a little bit on Facebook.
You know, it's fun. It's funny. I saw it once, and I didn't realize it was a format. And then I read your Google spreadsheet for this episode, and I saw that. I'm like, oh, that's what that was.
Yeah,
They didn't make that.
Yeah, because I saw a couple like on Twitter, and it was like, this is so embarrassing. I'm just like, oh, this is going to be one of those things that people fucking latch onto.
Maybe Keemstar will retweet it.
Yeah, maybe. And I was like, I just screenshotted the Thought Cops page, and I said, going to tell my kids this was NPR. Got about 18 likes on it.
It's good.
I haven't seen
and no
many
self-respect.
of them. I haven't seen like anyone posting a big. I've only seen like friends of mine self-promote their own stuff with that meme. I haven't seen like an actually like gonna tell my kids this is Pokemon and it's, I don't know, Digimon or something stupid like that.
Yeah, that's a good example. Or it'll be like Macaulay Culkin, and someone will be like, "I'm gonna say that this is Macklemore."
We're having fun. This is actually fun.
Oh, people are happy. Okay, I didn't realize that.
It feels like
what's that like?
It feels like the 2.0 version of what is this? Wrong answers only.
Yes,
it feels like the reboot of that. Like, oh, this didn't work out that well last time. Let's see if we just like tweak the format a little bit and put the same thing back out. Maybe it'll be successful this time.
Who's in charge of this stuff?
Well, I thought the same. It's a little different, but it reminded me of that meme, which was remember blank? Well, this is him now.
Yup.
Yet? It's a little different than that. It's kind of the opposite, actually. It's like going back. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the wrong answers only thing. I specifically remember that one just because that was like last summer. I remember that was my 2 minutes of hate at the live show at the Stereos.
Yeah.
And this is the same thing along those lines where people are just latching onto this, and it just like you said, it's a shameful but effective way to self-promote your art, you know, because what better way to devalue art than
we're also an irony poisoned show about internet content, and like that's very on brand for us to like give into the it's like me doing the High Hope song. Like I'm so fucking poisoned by that shit that I can't stop. I love it. I love that song. God. I love the dance.
Or the constant like
I
Family
hate it
Guy
so
quoting.
much that I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the constant Family Guy reference.
It's a fun prompt. I'll give it that.
I think the first one I saw was retweeted by Reggie Fils-Aimé,
Yeah.
Somebody, it was a picture of Reggie, and then somebody said, "Gonna tell my kids this was the 45th president," and he quote retweeted it and said, "This made me laugh out loud."
Very good Reggie impression. He does not talk like a person.
He's kind of robotic, you know.
Hell yeah.
So I was like, oh, if Reggie does it, I think that's pretty cool. So I put my own spin on it. Anyway, if you do this, I'm going to spay and neuter you. You got no one to tell. You have no one to spread your lies to. That's not Macklemore. and as if kids don't have access to the internet. No, Dad, that's not Macklemore. That's Macaulay Culkin, the 52nd president of the United States.
Oh no, we're screwed.
Well, it's a little look into the crystal ball, folks. Anyway, let's move on.
It's going to be all the actors from Home Alone 2. It's going to be Donald Trump is president now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Tim Curry is going to be our next president.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's going to be Macaulay Culkin and whoever else is in that movie. Those are the only three I remember.
And the kid from Home Alone 3, whoever that was.
The weird pigeon lady.
Yeah.
Weird pigeon lady 2024 running against Kanye.
Sucks. Anyway, if you haven't listened to Thought Cops before, every week we investigate the internet's outrage-inducing news stories, and then we sentence each perpetrator to a cruel and often very unusual punishment. Well, let's talk about the Mayor Pete dance. We open with it. Let's start with it.
I have high hopes for this dance.
Ari, have you seen this?
No, I haven't. Have you?
You're so fucking lucky, man.
Well, you might have to. That's the thing.
All right,
we're gonna make you watch it.
So
I think watch it right now. Here,
is it the second?
I have it queued.
Let's
play it.
Let's pull this up. Let's cue it. You got the YouTube video, right?
Yeah, it's up.
Okay. Oh,
do this at home if you're listening.
I am.
Roll to the left. Roll up top. Roll to the left.
This is already too complicated for me.
Kevin's doing it, just so everybody knows.
Okay.
So yeah, you get the gist of it, right?
Wait, could we play a clip of the dance though?
Yeah, I'll pull one up.
Yeah, I haven't even seen him doing it yet.
Well, just so you have context, so you understand what the dance is. And now we're gonna see it in action. This is not going to be exciting to listen to because it's just going to be the song, but we're going to react to listening to it. Oh my god. They're all...
Wow.
Is this not the worst thing you've ever seen in your life?
Oh.
They're out there affecting change.
There's something about half the chairs being empty that makes it twice as funny.
Ari, you don't understand though. I scroll through Twitter. This is all I see on my timeline.
It's all over.
There's millions of versions of this high hope stance.
Oh. So is that more what's, I don't know, I guess annoying about it?
It's terrible. That's what sucks.
I think most people are just mocking it, though.
At this point, yeah, but it's going through this weird. I mean,
it's cult-like
irony on the internet. You have the people that start doing it that have good intentions, high hopes, blah blah blah, and then some people start to catch on to it, and then some of the people that really like Mayor Pete Buttigieg do it at this rally, as you can see. And then other people see it, and it keeps culminating into this giant snowball. And then other people start making fun of it. And then the people that are making fun of it will get responses that are like, you really shouldn't make fun of this. These are volunteers that are doing this, and they're just trying to have fun and blah, blah, blah. And then there's the backlash to that response, which is like more people keep making fun of it. And now it's become this cultural icon that I tweet out 50 different tweets about everyone needs to do the Pete Buttigieg dance on stage at the debates, and none of them are good.
Like you're describing to me a good campaign.
It's catchy. We're talking about it. But that being said, they have to be punished because that's what the point of the show is, I guess. We got to make people suffer.
Yeah. It's unacceptable.
When's that wheel coming? Did you steal that wheel yet?
I'm working on it.
So, Ari, we're trying to get a wheel because we're tired of coming up with punishments impromptu because
It's too much work.
it's very hard. It puts a lot of
is a lot.
pressure on the guest. We're trying to get a big spinny wheel. We can just spin the wheel and figure out what happens. But that's coming soon, folks. Live shows in a big wheel.
Dude, I have to steal the wheel before the live show. That's it.
Yeah.
Shit.
And if not, we got to buy one. I
This
guess.
is like homework.
Where the hell do you buy a wheel?
I don't know. Caveman.
How
Anyway,
about this for a punishment?
go
Yeah.
for it.
Every like wedding or bat mitzvah or quinceañera, that's the only dance they're allowed to do.
Yes, I agree.
I'm in full support of it.
Daddy-daughter dance, do the fucking high hopes.
This is the only dance that
Yeah.
I hate this so much. I'm in love with it.
I'm not a dancer. I'm not, but this.
I'm not either. But
You
this
saw
is
me.
all
I was
wanna
getting-
do.
you saw me getting into
He wouldn't
it.
stop.
It's incredible.
What did it feel like?
Invigorating.
Like, where in your body did you feel that?
My core, my hopes, so high.
Oh my god.
I
All
felt
right.
it in my heart.
One in. Can you imagine Bernie Sanders trying this tactic?
I'm so glad that
High
Bernie-
hopes.
I'm so glad that Bernie did release like a Christmas album, which is amazing. You should all go listen
He
to
did?
it.
That's
Yeah.
great.
A long time, like
Oh,
in the
okay.
70s or 80s.
Oh,
And he's like old man, like Jewish old man singing to it, which he's like
Even
what's
40 years
jingle
ago?
bells, jingle
Yeah,
bells,
right.
jingle all the way.
he's always
Oh,
been an
what
old
fu-
man.
He's always been. He was born an old
Yeah.
man.
Wow. I believe it.
Okay, take it from here. Well, actually, not yet. Grant, ask me if I want to hang out after the show. No, ask me what. Trust me. Ask me what I'm doing for Friendsgiving.
So this has been prompted to me. Hey, Kevin, what are you doing for Friendsgiving?
Hey, I'm so glad you reached out. I'm actually at capacity / helping someone else who's in crisis / dealing with some personal stuff right now, and I don't think I can hold appropriate space for you. Could we connect blank instead? / do you have someone else you could reach out to? It's my way of saying I don't want to see you.
Oh,
So this is part of this thing that has come up on Twitter recently that I've been seeing pop up a lot along this high hope stance is the mental emotional capacity flow chart, basically. So it's basically how to set boundaries if you're a scary robot. So let me see. Someone
is this like a legal thing of like, hey, if you're threatening to kill yourself, I'm just letting you know that I'm not legally liable.
No, it's just this. It's like there's nothing wrong with setting boundaries and open communication, but it's just like this person on Twitter was going off on this very, very long thread about just all these weird, like I said, kind of robotic rules and everything. And it's like this like flow chart you have to follow basically in terms of expressing that you've hit your sustainability goal for the month. You've hit your quota for conversations with friends is kind of what I'm getting at here. So yeah, there's this a lot. The replies are hilarious because everybody
This is well, should I say at M Fabello
that's
on
fine.
Twitter? That's
Melissa
good enough.
Fabelo. So yeah, a lot of people in the replies are like, yeah, if I got this from a friend, I would literally never speak to them again. Just like people are saying, like friendship sounds like a lot of hard work. So it's like, yeah, there's this whole long thread here. So the person who sent me the text is a very good friend of mine. We have the kind of relationship where, yes, of course, I would make time for her needs as I know she would me. This is a whole thing.
This
So-
sounds like the episode of Frasier where he realizes that his girlfriend is just trying to get free therapy and he's trying to stop talking to her about like her personal problems, but because he's a therapist, he like is invigorated by trying to get to the root of all of her issues.
Yes, I mean,
that-
aren't they going to be rebooting Frasier? Maybe this is fodder for the script.
I guess so.
So I don't know. Ari, have you seen this at all? This sort of strange.
I read through a little of it earlier. Like the initial stuff in there, like I really agreed with. Like I thought, like the initial like text that she was reading from her friend. Like I'm all about
Yeah.
you know like these more open communications, especially with just the rise of suicide and mental illness.
Yeah.
But I will agree that this prompt she gave for when you say that you're not available to talk to someone, does come off as a little robotic, but I'll also give her the benefit of the doubt and say that, like, I think it's intentionally, like, it's full of all these dashes to tell you, the reader, like, or you could say this, or you could say this. Like, I wouldn't actually, like...
It's a Mad Libs.
Sort of. Like, yeah, like, in the brackets, later date or time. I don't think you should, like, literally put that. That feels weird.
Yeah, like, I know somebody said... let me see here. The idea is fine. We don't always have space to deal with other people's stuff on top of our own. But if a friend sent me this message, I'd feel absolutely dreadful. We can't treat our friends like HR referrals. This is so cold and impersonal.
Yeah,
so yeah, I don't.
The thing about like, is this like a legal sort of?
It sounds like
because it feels like it.
Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, I don't think this person's intentions were bad. It just it does come across as almost. I mean, like any of this stuff, almost like a, hey, look at me. Here's this massive thing I figured out. Like, it's like this person thinks that they have the secrets of the world, you know, and they're sort of like the gift to the world as far as I have the answers and here's the template you have to follow because...
I don't think she's saying that. She said, it literally says how you can respond to someone if you don't have space to support them.
Someone was telling me something about this, some sort of like social science, like research that was done about how people use social media to like soapbox their own morality. And I don't remember who told me the
you
study.
Mean like virtue signaling?
Yeah, but like within more of a scientific sort of parameter. A person did like actual hard like research on it, but I can't remember who was telling me about it and what they said about it because I don't really pay attention when people talk to me.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing.
Maybe I'm like the type of person to use this to respond to somebody. Maybe this is a good idea for me.
Take notes.
I did like. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm like this overall thread. Like, I'm pretty into. I think she has like a lot of like really like wonderful things to say.
She has a PhD.
Like, really, yeah, it just really
the username says as much.
Yeah.
You scroll down and she has all these great talking points, and but then you hit on this point where she's just like, and here's an example of what you can say if you don't have time for someone, and it just reads as like, hello, I'm so glad you reached out. I'm actually at capacity, helping someone else who's in a crisis, or dealing with some personal, like, it feels like an automated message. But, you know, again, like, I don't think this is meant to be taken literally. Like, I think this is just, I don't know. Like,
yeah,
you have to add your own voice.
I think the sentiment's not necessarily off. I don't know.
I think that there's been a lot of funny memes. I saw one of that scene from the Joker when he's handing her the card that says, like, I have a condition that I can't control my laughing, but it's just a picture of, like, the text.
That rules.
Yeah, so moreover, I've enjoyed the like humorous content around this, where it's like, I don't fully disagree with the sentiment. I think it's robotic, but there's been a lot of like funny, fun to come from it.
I wonder. I don't know who this person is. I don't know why it spread, but
because
it's just one of those things that just caught on for the week.
Yeah,
we'll forget about it by next week. It's
enough. Like the big Twitter users latch onto something and it becomes noteworthy.
Exactly.
Like Kevin pointed out, Joe Keskold responded to it, and it's like a lot of people follow him and a lot of people follow other people that were responding to it, and it's, you know, it's just one of those things that happens. It's out there and people are going to react to it.
Yeah, I know. Like,
storm.
It truly is. See, not to hit upon this too hard, but the punishment, I'm going to come up with a punishment. Spin the wheel. The punishment says...
wait, hold on. I got a couple written down here.
I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to stop.
Stop. Smoke the whole pack.
Smoke the whole pack.
That's the option.
That means you have to only respond to everything with this.
She has to respond to everybody.
Yeah,
that comes to her with an issue with this.
Yeah, so she's ordering food and they're like, "Sir, this is a Wendy's," or "Ma'am, this is a Wendy's," and they're just like, you know, that old meme again. Yeah, that's back. But you know, they're like, "Oh, you want to upgrade that to extra large or Biggie? What do they call it? Biggie at Wendy's?"
Yeah, Biggie Smalls. Yeah.
No, they call it the Biggie Fry, right?
I don't know. I haven't been to Wendy's.
All right, I just thought of a meme template for this.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Just recall the animation of Smash Bros. When Joker receives his letter, but on the back it just says, "Hey, I'm so glad you reached out."
Yes.
And that's the capacity. Yeah.
You see, in that
You
context,
know.
it's like, yeah, we'll get some really get some value out of this.
Yeah. Speaking of getting value out of this, we got to talk. We got so much fucking shit to talk about that we have no time to talk about any of it. What should we do next?
How are we doing on time?
We're like 50 minutes, but we got to cram more stuff in.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff that we got to cram in.
You can just edit it down.
Yeah, we'll edit down all the parts where Kevin's talking and just Zwick add more in where I'm talking. I just want to hear me.
Yeah, cut out all my Bento Banana plugging. No one needs to hear that.
Here, I want to.
Oh, you have one?
It's been a while since this name has come up, and I don't know if we've ever talked.
Oh, yeah.
I think we talked around about it. What do you not want to talk about?
I would almost rather talk about.
This is important stuff. This ties into a lot of other memology.
Okay, well,
What do you want to talk about? The Cybertruck?
I was going to talk.
I don't want to talk about that.
Okay, we'll do the one.
Because this is people are upset about this. This is distilled thought cops right here.
Okay, let's
This
go
is right
for it.
here.
Yeah.
So Anita Sarkeesian's back in the news.
Oh, she's back.
Yeah.
Okay, what's up with her?
This is a person that I don't know what she did or what she said. A lot of people dislike her. I don't fully understand why, because anytime someone says the word Gamergate to me, like I hear that like ringing in my ears where I can't hear what you're saying.
Like Saving Private Ryan.
No, well, it was about this one woman.
Yeah.
And she was trading sex for video game. That's all I fucking hear. And so I have no idea who Anita.
I think that might have been somebody else you're thinking of.
Well, yeah, but
that's not that person.
she was commentating about Gamergate stuff. So I think that's how she rose to prominence. She has Feminist Frequency is like her blog or something like that, or I don't know. But so Mandalorian comes out, and of course, all I can
hold
think
on.
now
Is there a woman DeLorean?
all I can think now is if there's a woman DeLorean.
Fuck you,
which
Aaron.
There's not yet. But so Anita Sarkeesian tweets, "Am I extremely tired, or is there not a single female speaking character in the first episode of Mandalorian? I've got to have missed something, right?" Very poor communication style with I've got to have
missed something.
It's not good. And then people like pointed a couple things out. He says, most mass media overwhelmingly centers men and perpetuates patriarchy. The Mandalorian is no exception. It wastes no time in establishing a patriarchal setting. The bartender is a man. The bar patrons are men. Everybody's a man. The first female we meet is the ship. That's, I guess, the thing. I haven't seen the show yet. It may introduce a few significant female characters later on. Great. It doesn't matter, though, is what she says. And everyone's like, well, there are like important female characters later. And she's like, it doesn't matter. So people are upset about this.
Well, we don't even know what gender Baby Yoda is.
Maybe Baby Yoda is fluid.
Yeah, it's too young to tell.
Yoda lives for a long time.
Hot take over here.
Yeah.
I like Anita Sarkeesian.
What? Explain to me who she is, please. Because
well, I'm with you.
People are upset about like her take on this, and it's not as though I don't disagree with the mindset of going like, yeah, we should have more representation. I think sometimes picking things apart, you could do that with anything and be like, well, nothing has perfect representation, but it's like you want things on the whole to sort of be more representative of everything. And I don't disagree with that, but I can sort of see why people think things can be taken as preachy, but also I don't care about a lot of things that much. But anyway, Ari, explain to me what you were going to say before I railroaded you.
So I haven't kept up with her in a while. So I don't know if there's an amount of discourse of negativity about her that I just haven't heard, and if I would find valid.
It seems like everything she says or does is like controversial.
Well, so that's like the messy thing, is because what I come across are a bunch of, usually it's either people who are upset that she's saying anything critical of the media they love, or it's just blatant misogynists. So it's really hard to find actual criticism of her. And I'm sure it's out there. I'm sure she said some stuff that probably she doesn't stand by anymore.
Well, I think that for this example in particular, people did point out like some counter examples, like you said, to her about the Mandalorian specifically.
And then she was sort of like, "Yeah, but I don't care about that."
So, yeah.
Sure. I mean, if she's wrong about her approach, she's wrong about it. But like the initial tweet of saying, "Why aren't there any female characters in this first episode of Star Wars?" Like, you know, it's a worthy question, and it's sort of like the Bechdel test, right? It's not like like, oh, like because there's no female characters, it's misogynist. I think she's just tired. She's like, oh, here it is again, like another one. Like, why is this still happening?
And most of the characters wear helmets. Who knows? I mean, there's a character in
someone posted a picture. They were like, actually, this character is female, and it was an alien with a helmet. And I was like, oh, hooray, sexism is over. Awesome.
What's that character
exactly
from?
Yeah, cover up
from the new Star Wars movies.
Really? Or you're talking about
Gwendolyn Christie?
Yeah. She's got a helmet on.
Sure. I mean, but at least like she is like has a prominent woman's voice, and you know she's like woman Boba Fett. She's cool.
She's got one of those like hot robot voices where you're like, yeah, I'd fuck that robot.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Just a universal thought right there.
Yeah, that one lands with everybody, right? Anyway,
fellas, you know when you hear that robot voice, and you're just like, I just gotta get in this.
So Mandalorian, I didn't know this until recently. I thought that Disney Plus was doing the Netflix thing where they're just like, here's 10 episodes. Yeah. Apparently they're just putting them out week by week.
What the fuck is the point of that?
I think it's fine.
We were beyond that.
I think it's okay because people should have time to digest media instead of just
exactly. Dude, like everything I've binge watched, I don't remember. I've seen like most of Orange and New Black. I couldn't tell you all that much about it.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin, you've seen me eat, right? Does it look like I digest anything?
I haven't seen the aftermath, so.
All right, well, not the direction I was going.
I'm embarrassed by how much that subtle poop joke just really like hit me. Like, yeah, it's still there. It's never leaving. I still laugh at him.
It's just a stain, just a besmirchment. Yeah. So what are we talking about? The woman DeLorean.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there's one of the most recent episodes was directed by a female that's doing the Obi-Wan spin-off movie or show or whatever that is.
Oh, I forgot.
And it's been like praised heavily. People are like, hey, this was a good episode. Yeah. So there's that, I guess. And there's that baby Yoda. He's cute.
Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda merch. They're pushing it out just in time for Christmas, they said, too.
That's a smart move. I think there's an amount of jealousy I feel because I don't have Disney Plus. I'm against getting it. I kind of want to see Mandalorian though, and I feel like because I didn't. I mean, you know, I'm not going to say I will or won't. Sorry. Oh yeah, because I didn't experience Baby Yoda alongside everyone else at the same time. I didn't get that moment, and now everyone's throwing it in my face, and now I'm just like, man, fuck Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
Also, is Yoda a species or a name? Because I think that Yoda is the character's name.
That's been debated, and I could.
Well, actually, I don't really know. From what I heard from a larger Star Wars fan than Yoda is or was the only known of his kind. So I don't know.
Maybe they'll have a new name for him.
Like, I don't. Is this
or her? You know?
Is there a Yod her?
Yeah, that's what they're going to call her.
I feel like I'm stealing his jokes.
Yeah, remember when you were mad about calling Friendsgiving that because friend isn't in the name, and now you're saying Yod her?
Because I love Aaron Klopfer.
Yeah, Aaron name isn't Yod him.
That's true.
Do you think that the race of Yoda-ites is that they call them Yodinians? Or do you think Yoda-ites was sort of just on the table already?
I'm glad I don't know the answer. I'm just going to go there.
Me too.
So anyway, Mandalorian. Let's
cancel it.
Yeah, let's cancel it. Yeah, that's right. Disney Plus just came out and you're canceled, and nobody can see the other episodes that are just waiting to be. They're probably already uploaded. They just have that like YouTube scheduled upload date kind of thing.
I do have to say, I think it was the hard drive or like one of those whatever entity, whatever the magazine is that has the Twitter page. They had the one article that was like, bad news, Baby Yoda has died.
Sad, man.
It is sad. And this is a good God, I just got to list off some of this stuff just because this was a big week and I can't not talk about just some of the other things. We have Elizabeth Banks made that movie that fucking tanked.
Was it Charlie's Angels?
Charlie's Angels. It made like
that one's a little bit too similar to what we just talked about.
It made $1 million. I'm just mentioning it because we're like towards the end of the show.
I didn't even know it came out.
It came out. It made about $1 million in the box office, which is nothing. She blamed sexism on it. Somehow.
I didn't even know about. Yeah, I didn't know about it till the complaining happened.
Yeah. Typical. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
There was one Reddit comment I loved where the day the trailer dropped, you watched that trailer and her name is all over it, directed by Elizabeth Banks.
Yeah.
Like, you see her in it. Like it says her name in the title, and the first comment was, "Wait, is Elizabeth Banks attached to this?"
We also have an article came out that said Julia Roberts was like the first choice to play Harriet Tubman.
Yeah, not cool.
When?
This was like 20 years ago, back in the 90s.
Oh,
they were going to make
90s,
a Harriet. They were going to make a Harriet Tubman movie, and so there's this article from Sky News that's like someone at a meeting was like, "Yeah, we'll get Julia Roberts to play Harriet Tubman," and someone was like, Harriet Tubman was black, and someone was like, "Well, it's so long ago that no one would know the difference."
Also, Scarlett Johansson was still a kid, so
yeah.
Well, that's unfortunate, but not very surprising.
Can we talk about the Cybertruck?
We got the Cybertruck.
I don't know what that is.
Let's talk about the Cybertruck.
Spend a little
bit.
time on the Cybertruck.
Just honestly, just Google Cybertruck.
Okay, here I go.
I want to hear your reaction to this.
Whoa. Tesla reveals Cybertruck?
Yeah.
But break
Click
the
a picture.
unbreakable window. All right. Images.
As an artist, what do you think of the design?
Whoa. Oh, man. This looks like Grand Theft Auto wasn't done rendering a car.
Hell yeah.
Twisted metal.
Damn. I love it. Oh, even the tires are low poly.
Low poly's in, baby.
Dude, this is cool.
It's 64-bit graphic, man.
I unironically dig this. This is so.
I'm kind of torn too. Like, I know people have been like ripping on it and stuff. I kind of like it, but I think Dick said it was basically just an El Camino.
Yeah.
Which, if you look at the trunk and everything.
Yeah.
I'm not a car guy. I'm not a big walk-in car. I don't.
Yeah, I'm all for people shitting on Elon Musk because fuck him. But at the same time, like, yeah, I just wish all cars sort of looked like this, just had no personality. Like here's the thing: you watch Jerry Seinfeld's Comedian Cars Getting Coffee. You see like all the beautiful designs of some of the older cars, and nowadays everything just looks like a fucking like 4-door piece of shit beige sedan, and you're just like, there's no anything about like it's so normal that even with all the different designs, everything just looks the same. And it's like, I just wish shit looked like this. Like every car looked like this, like just nondescript, just a fucking sheet of metal. Don't even paint it. Just fucking leave it.
Take a sledgehammer to it. Fuck it.
It doesn't even need to have like one of those sort of aerodynamic shapes with like the roundness to the car. Just fucking cut out a chunk of sheet metal and just fucking leave it. Good enough. Looks like a tank. Fine. Good.
And look at the lights too. It's just like this like light panel that goes across the top.
Remember,
so yeah, this is
in like, I don't know, in like movies from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, we thought that technology would look more like complicated and noisy and like have more stuff on it.
Yeah.
The opposite happened, man. We were like, we gotta just make it look less and less natural. Just more.
I blame the
and more
iPod.
minimal. Yeah, Apple was a big part of that.
There's a this is a sort of good segue into this. I've been reading this book. It's a series of essays. What the f- is it?
Oh, sorry, I just have to cut you off. I just saw the picture of it in the middle of the woods, and I can't say it couldn't look more out of place.
Yeah.
A weekend camping with the boys. Sitting in the back of my Batmobile.
Smoking meats.
Oh, yeah.
Ian
reference.
Ian Svenonius wrote a book called Censorship Now a couple years ago. It's a good book. You should all go to your local library and pick up a copy. But he has a chapter in it where he's talking about like the modern digital age and minimalism and how, yeah, exactly what you're talking about, how you think everything's supposed to be complicated and futuristic, and how all of like art and like the collections of arts and books and movies and everything is just on this like rectangle that you hold in the palm of your hand, and how like the idealistic future isn't like a big grandiose house, but just a small like a small cubicle of an apartment with just IKEA furniture, and how that's like the modern man, because, you know, you're no longer tethered to the material world because it's all like on your fucking device sort of thing. Great writing. Very strange, but you know, nonetheless. That's Kevin has this blank stare on his face, like he didn't listen to a single thing, and that it doesn't even matter.
I was listening.
What do you think?
Sounds interesting.
Thanks. That's all the validation I need.
I already knew all that stuff. That's why.
Oh, okay.
I'm already.
I was just citing a book that I'm
learned.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, cool car.
Cool car, Elon. Want to drive it to the White House?
Man, look at this thing. Woo wee!
I'd love to see just one of those on the road.
I'd be terrified. Be like, what's is this the purge? Is the purge happening?
It does look like the car, yeah, you would see that would be in charge of the human extinction unit.
Any other stories we should sort of lightning round here?
Let's punish it really quick if we can.
Okay.
Your punishment is
Cybertruck, get cyber fucked.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
Who's being punished? Elon?
Well, actually, no, he's going to, Cybertruck creator Elon Musk will continue to be cyberbullied on twitter.com.
I'm okay with this.
And he's going to go back to having the pitch black avatar. Just nothing.
He deserves it.
What else we got?
Fucking stick your finger in your mouth and then stick it in his ear. Fuck him.
And we'll get to the key to the city, the moment where we like to be positive on the show for once in our fucking lives. Talk about something cool or interesting we saw online or otherwise. And my key to the city this week goes to a YouTube channel I discovered recently called Nerl. It's Nerrel. Have you heard of this guy, Ari? I feel like you might have seen him.
I don't think so.
His most famous video was comparing the Majora's Mask 3DS remake to the N64 version, and he picked apart why it was inferior, and I
told you about that video, and you were like, no, I have it on the 3DS, I think it's okay. I was like, no, I saw this video, and this guy like just pieced apart every single issue with it, and you're like, no, I thought it was a good remake. Everyone said it's a remake. And I'm like, I don't know, man, I saw this video, and now you're like, oh, I saw this video. You might have heard it. It's this guy, Nerl.
I didn't even include you. I'm like, Ari, you must know about it. Oh, my God.
I don't believe you just referenced one of my references back to me.
I will say some of it was nitpicky, okay, if I'm being honest. But he has some other really great videos about like motion controls in video games, and he has a really great video where he compares Skyward Sword to Breath of the Wild in a lot of ways you wouldn't expect, and talks about the merits and non-merits of both.
A little nitpicky, but you know, he's just doing his job.
Some of it, you know what? He's out there doing God's work, and by God's work, I mean talking about the Legend of Zelda franchise. So, and you know, some other stuff too.
I will say I enjoyed the video.
Yeah,
I tried to sell you on the video, but I guess you really do have to come to your own conclusions.
The algorithm had to get me.
Yeah.
See, that's the issue. I only listen to the algorithm. Ari, did you have anything cool or interesting or positive?
What are you asking me?
We can come back to you too, because I know I
You
think
asked me to give a key to the city?
yeah.
Oh, you're just like, hey, do you have anything cool or anything positive? And I was just like,
Any encouraging words for me?
just like, are
No,
you asking me
just
what's
the key
up?
to- Yeah.
What is
How
this?
the hell are you? Oh, we already did that. Ari, just
Yeah.
something cool you saw. Key to the city.
I'll give it to the PR department at Adult Swim, because I asked for permission to talk about Rick and Morty on this podcast, and they were cool about it. So hopefully they don't regret it. So thanks,
And
guys.
hopefully they're listening. And hello, thanks for listening, and stick around because it's a fun show, isn't that right, Grant?
Do you guys want to make a cartoon about 2 police officers from Neo Chicago?
That would be fun.
Well,
I'd be totally down.
you
for
should cast me and
And Asterios.
yeah.
Who plays who? We'll leave that to Adult Swim.
I think Asterios should play Asterios.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Asterios would be good in like a Clumps remake. I don't know. Anyway, what's your key to the city?
What a backhanded compliment.
You saw that came out of my mouth, and I'm like, that is wrong at like a million levels. And I'm just like, let's move on with the show.
I mean, it fits. It's not as though.
He would be wearing prosthetics. He's lost a lot of weight. Remember the first time we saw him and the last time we saw him, he looked great.
He does look a lot healthier from the
Yeah.
Facebook pictures I've seen.
He's turning his life around. We can learn a lesson from him.
That's true, man. That man's been the hell and back.
Yeah. Glad to see him succeeding, though. And we wish him luck on the Clumps Junior, whatever.
Columbus Jr. My key to the city goes to Mayor Pete Buttigieg. Wow, Pete, great dance. I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. All your friends can do it together in the same room. Play that song. Terrible song. It's the
It's been
worst
stuck
song.
in my head all
Worst song
week.
I've ever. That song plays at work all the time, and I thought it was bad. I thought it was bad before the dance, and then the dance happened, and now I love it.
Do you see moms on the treadmill doing the dance?
I wish.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to go on the treadmill and do the dance.
I would recommend it. I'll show up. I'll do it. I'll get a fucking membership.
Aren't you a trainer?
Yeah.
Make it happen.
Yeah. Say, this is good for your triceps.
I went to
and-
an hour-long cardio class that's only that dance. Entire hour. All right.
This week's Thought Cops word of the week is sus, which is short for suspicious or suspect. When you think someone is being shady, you go, that's sus.
I thought that's like when you're trying to sort something out and you're like, I'm sussing it out.
that's what it used to be. Not anymore.
Oh, okay. I stand corrected.
Now
I
it's
like this new one. This is cool. This sounds like a thing I would have said back when I hung out with all the SoCal stoners.
Oh yeah, bro.
Dude's being pretty sus right now.
Yeah, you narc. That's what they used to say.
Yeah, like after I went to the chiropractor and he fixed my back, I stand corrected.
Nice.
Hey Zwick, keep the dead air in after that. Don't that was no accident.
That one was a real thinker. I was like, did he just fucking say that?
I did.
He really just.
It was a thinker, and did he have the audacity? Not like, is that what I think? It is what you think.
Yeah,
you didn't have to think about whether or not it was what you thought.
Yeah.
Just whether or not someone would say that, and I did.
Well, before we get to the voicemails, Ari, where can we find everything you do online?
Oh, man. Honestly, a quick Google search of my name will get you far, but if that's just too much work, family, my YouTube account is my name. I make it so easy for you guys. Ari Grabb, ARIGRABB. You can watch Bento Banana. You can watch Sludge Eat the Possum. All my hits. I'm on Instagram as well. I post more artwork there. Lately, there's lots of cute stories of my cat, so you can check those out. And I have some neglected Twitter accounts that I hope I will be more active on. There's my personal one, which is just A Grabb. And there's one for Bento, in case you're like, well, I like that Bento cartoon, but this guy's kind of too much. You could just filter me out and get just Bento content and some anime memes on that one, so you're good.
Hell yeah. And Rick and Morty, I'm scratching my head.
Google that.
What channel is that on?
I I don't know. Let's go. Everything's streaming everywhere. Nah, I think it's on Disney Plus. Get Disney Plus today. Watch Rick and Morty on Disney Plus.
Use promo code Ari to save 5% off of your viewing of Rick and Morty.
You know, Adult Swim's been cool. It's on Adult Swim. I want to make sure that I've said it right for them. AdultSwim.com. Watch it online. You can buy episodes, I think, on like the PlayStation Store and stuff. Don't download it and watch it in bad quality because we worked really hard on it to make it look really good. That's
true.
Don't be a dick.
That's very true.
Hey, Poo Poo Cop.
Hey!
I don't know if any of you guys know the horror that is a work Slack, but
Yep.
Nope.
the attempts...
I do.
Okay, so my work has a Slack, but there's one channel that's basically, kind of off topic and you can post funny stuff. And man, normies attempting humor, it hurts because they're still on. Can I have cheeseburger and
Whoa,
and
that's a
rage
deep
faces,
cut.
like
Dead
older Gen
meme.
X's attempting memes. It's like my mom being very online, but actually it's worse because my mom knows about like incels and vor and
They'll
stuff.
be on
These people
Advice Dog soon enough.
think that like Forever Alone is like hee hee ha ha, and it hurts. It's like I'd rather you just like not like talk about like funny things or try to attempt humor at work. I'd rather you just keep Slack professional because it's cringe. Like stop trying to be funny.
This person's missing out on a blessing, if you ask me. They're into old memes. That is such a fun experiment to be like, all right, let's see where they are at the timeline and how they respond to what was coming up next.
Hey, Nico. I'm so glad you reached out. I'm actually at capacity / helping someone else who's in crisis / dealing with some personal stuff right now. And I don't think I can hold appropriate space for you. Could we connect later time or date instead? / do you have someone else you could reach out to?
And that's where I come in. Yeah, this is well done.
Thank you.
Asterios had the same thing at his live show where he was complaining about the forced conversation and the off-topic Slack.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I don't want to.
You know what? At least you have a space upon which you can do that, because I have a group text at work, and it's way worse because like at least you put Slack down, you can go walk away. I get texts of memes. People send gifs of meme gifs.
That's terrible.
To my personal phone when I'm just sitting doing nothing at home.
Not thinking about work, but now you're thinking about work?
Yeah. I'm sitting here, I'm watching porn and fucking
Fight porn?
Fight porn. I don't look at the normal stuff. I just look at fight porn. I just look at people beating the shit out of each other. And fucking I get a gif of Leonardo DiCaprio in the what's the movie where this the rich guy? They're
Great
all
Gatsby.
the
If you can.
Great Gatsby.
Oh.
Yeah, him and Great Gatsby dancing, and I get that GIF sent to my phone and my erection just goes straight down. Like, thanks for ruining my fucking life, you fucking idiot.
I have a Slack channel at work, and it's pretty simple. I turned off the notifications except for private messages, and and then when I'm like, you know what, I could go for a meme, I just open up the random channel, and there they are. So, well, I guess you guys have old memes. I think that's awesome. I think you like walk up to a coworker and just be like, "Hey, I heard you like Mudkips," and watch their mind explode. That's
Jesus.
like I think you got some gold.
My liver hurts from hearing you say that.
You're like a man from the future. It's like going back to high school and doing it all over again and being the most popular kid. That's you.
Yeah, but do not show them modern memes. Do not ruin this fun that you get to have.
It's time travel, man. Very tricky stuff. Can't disrupt the balance.
Oh yeah, you'll overload them if you were to show them like. Do memes even have names now? I don't know. Anime butterfly guy. Too much. Like the quantum barrier will disrupt and you'll kill us all.
So for context, Joseph sent us a voicemail, and then just before we started recording in our Discord channel, he said, "I sent a voicemail on Tuesday. I don't remember doing that.
Oh boy.
So everybody prepare your assholes.
All right, count me
Never
off.
know what to expect with these.
Motherfucker.
Oh boy.
You know what's more difficult than studying, doing all your fucking homework, going to the party like every 2.5 days, like every 2 days, getting fucked up, trying to get all your work in, not being a fucking degenerate.
Is it raining outside?
You know what's more difficult than
Why are you
that?
out of breath?
Trying to fucking quit cigarettes. These fucking things.
Oh, okay.
What do they put in them? Cocaine? God damn. This shit is fucking difficult. They're so just so satisfying. You have a couple of beers, smoke a cigarette. There's nothing better. Not even nutting. Your bitch's face is as good as that. God damn. It's so fucking difficult.
This guy's on what, day 23 of No Nut
was
November?
Fuck.
Oh my god.
So yeah, that was he's like stomping through a forest in the middle of the night where it's raining and just bearing his soul to us.
That was art.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you, Joseph.
Also, pretty good audio quality on that recording.
Yeah, he usually, people, I guess we should say the voicemail number is 312-788-7361. And you can also send us a voice or an audio file at thoughtcopspodcast@gmail.com, which people do that, and it does sound a little bit nicer.
Yeah.
If you can record it on your own. So, which I don't know, did he just have his laptop and mic out in this, wherever the hell he was?
In a rain.
Maybe
Yeah.
I'm assuming his phone.
Yeah, like a newer phone or something.
Yeah. Okay, well.
Damn.
As always, thanks for taking the time to leave us these, little bits of what's going on in your mind.
Those were
or everybody,
just the calls of just insanity breathing forth from him to the depths of darkness.
That's where he finds his muse. We've learned.
We've come to understand.
Yeah.
Anyway, that just about does it for the episode. Ari, thanks so much for coming back on the show, man.
Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for having me and for patrolling these mean cyber streets.
Yeah, everybody check out Ari's YouTube. Check out Bento Banana.
Please.
If you want to support our show, you can do so at patreon.com/thoughtcops. Or if you just want to leave us a voicemail, that'd be fine too. It's completely free and it's tons of fun. We do the show every week, so stick around and we'll see you next time. Cut.
Yay.
Zwick leaving when he says cut.
God damn it. Give me 1 second here to pull.
Yeah.
Zwick, cut this part out.
Zwick, do your job. Cut the silences. Quit complaining.
Zwick, no one will hear this. You ain't shit.